In the winter of 1450, Francesco Sforza, warlord turned Duke of Milan, watched his empire crack, his enemies circled, his treasury ran dry. The throne beneath him began to shake, and so he turned to the one man who had once owed him everything, Cosimo de' Medici, Florence's invisible ruler, banker to kings, master of favors repaid. Letter after letter, Sforza begged, pleaded. He reminded Cosimo of the battles he had won for him, the enemies he had crushed, the loyalty he had shown. But Florence went silent. No gold came, no soldiers marched. Cosimo had buried the letters, and Sforza was left to rot. Because Sforza made a fatal mistake, he appealed to memory. When he should have appealed to advantage, people resent being reminded of what they owe. Gratitude is a debt, and like all debts, people seek to erase it. They forget, they resent, they vanish. But self-interest, that's eternal. It doesn't rely on memory, it relies on momentum. Never ask for help because they owe you. Show them why helping you helps them. That is the only persuasion that works. Cesare Borgia understood this instinct better than anyone. He never begged. He never reminded anyone of past alliances. He offered power, titles, land, access. Those who joined him didn't feel guilt. They felt gain. And because of that, they followed him. Not out of loyalty, but out of calculation. Sforza was a memory. Borgia was an investment. And in the game of power, only one survives. This law hasn't changed. It's just wearing a suit. Politicians don't trade on favors. They trade on polling and funding. Corporations don't ask you to remember them. They offer trials, upgrades, exclusives. Elon Musk doesn't remind governments of past promises. He doesn't say, "Remember how I created jobs in your state." Instead, he shows them what they stand to gain right now. New factories, new investments, new influence. He appeals to self-interest, jobs, tax revenue, prestige, not gratitude. That's why governments fight to host Tesla plants, why regulators bend rules, why nations compete to launch his rockets. It isn't loyalty, it's leverage. Even friendships today bend around leverage. What can you do for me? Has replaced, what have you done for me? Power doesn't run on gratitude. It runs on relevance. The trap of this law is believing gratitude binds forever. It doesn't. Once you are no longer useful, debts vanish, memories fade, and those you thought loyal will abandon you. The only protection is to remain valuable, to remain indispensable. As long as their gain is tied to your survival, you are safe. Francesco Sforza believed gratitude would save him, and he was left to die in exile. Cesare Borgia built everything on self-interest, and men followed him to the end. This is Law 13. When asking for help, appeal to self-interest, never to gratitude or mercy. Because gratitude fades, mercy fails, but self-interest never dies. If you want more laws, more stories, and more strategies history tried to bury, subscribe to Strivor. The game of power never ends.